Okay. Hi. Okay. Yeah, it definitely just got on. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. Okay, I was looking for this. And then I guess I'm going to plug up my phone while I am here. Okay. Y'all, let me go get my iPad. Come in and get comfortable. Let me go grab my iPad. Relax. Relax. And I will be right back. I need to grab my iPad and a set of cards. Oh, my baby left his glasses here. Y'all, if he's turning 8:30, and then from 8:30, boom, it's 9 o'clock. I'll be like, it's 8:30, boom, it's 9 o'clock, it's time to go to work. No. All right. So we're going to do an ancestral reading. Okay. All right. Hello, hello, hello. There's a deck of cards I've been seeing in my head. Here you go, right here. Okay. Y'all come in. Don't forget to like the video. It helps the algorithm. Okay, it helps the algorithm. So okay, I guess we're calling in the spirits. Okay. All right. Hello, hello. Hi, Miss Abby. Hello, hun. Okay, guys. All right. So, classes in session. Classes in session. I hope y'all brought y'all notebooks and y'all spirits. Okay. So we are going to do an ancestral talk and reading. All right. So, dear divine, please bless and charge the space. Please bless and charge the space with the energy to bring a balance to my complete being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, as above is below. All right. As below is above. All right. Thank you so much, divine. All right. All right. This space, this is a protected space by divine authority. The ancestors that are present are calling the truth, clarity, and protection for this tarot reading, for this ancestral spread. Spirit, please reveal the karmic ties and the soul lessons and the dharmic path. Every card pulled is a divine message for who needs it most. No false light, no hidden energy can lurk here. If you are here in peace, may you be blessed with this message. If you are here with envy or deception, may your spirit be uncovered. Ancestors that are here, please guard this circle. The Divine Mother, cover this space. We are sealed in light, protection, and justice. Jama Kali, Jama Durga, Bata Shri Saeed, may peace be with all of us. Okay, rich day, rich day. Yes, a very rich day. All right, so happy Monday, guys. Oh, give me 1 second. I need to go do something before we get started. Give me 1 second. I need to go pour out some water. All right. Whew. We can get started. All right. Hire user from this channel. Easy. Easy, boo-boo. All right. So, got it. All right. We can get started. Okay. So, right now, guys, right now, from September to, we are burning rosemary incense. Okay, that's the incense that we're burning is rosemary incense. Okay, so from September the 7th until September the 21st, there is a ancestor. Okay, I hope y'all can hear me. Somebody please comment and say you can hear me. Okay, or let me just go check it out and make sure that you guys can hear me. I do my own work. La-da-dee, la-da-doo. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself breathing. Okay, so I can hear. Okay, so from September the 7th into September the 21st, there is a ancestor portal that is open, right? So this ancestor portal opens up every year, and it is a time to pay homage to the ancestors that came before us, but it's not to venerate them. Okay, all ancestors do not need veneration. Some of them need elevation. All right, some of them need elevation. Now, there are certain very simple rituals that you can do, right? Now, very simple rituals, but before I get into like the ritual, the one ritual that any and everybody should be doing, y'all, I tell y'all this all the time. I believe that y'all should be doing this all the time anyway. So this particular day, I actually don't like my hair pulled back like that, but I did retwist my hair. Let me not be Let's not let the ADHD kick in right now, okay? All right, Spirit, keep me focused. Keep me focused. So I tell you guys all the time that there is y'all should, you know, pay homage to the ancestors all the time. All right. They came before us. They want to live through us. They want to live with us. They want us to live right. They want us to have our inheritance. They want us to be abundant. They want us to be happy. Now, all ancestors are not like that. All right. And you might think that, okay, I'm just working with my mom. I'm just working with my dad. I'm just working with my son. I'm just working with, you know, my cousin, whatever the case is. And I'm gonna let them live on through me. You know, sometimes we set a trap for ourselves to keep us in this spiritual loop, right? And as a person that does mediumships, right? I always tell you guys, I'm a medium first before I'm anything else. I'm a medium first, okay? Before I'm a tarot reader, before I'm anything else, I'm a medium first, right? And so I have these spirits that come to me and they say, I want this, I want that, I don't need to do this, they need to do that, da 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 da. And then I come on here, I tell you guys what you need to do. Some of y'all I talk to in person. Some are not even on my YouTube channel, and I talk to them and I tell them like, hey, this is what you need to do. All right, we need to move the spirit. We need to. They want some type of peace, but I come in contact with ancestors of people, loved ones that sit back in the cut and they don't want them to be peaceful. You know why? Because they want to stay attached to them. They want to stay attached. They didn't get their long life. Maybe they had an early death. Maybe they died violently. Maybe they died from cancer. Maybe they died from some type of illness. Maybe they feel as if there's some unfinished business between them and another family member, them and y'all. Karmic ties, not just there's unfinished business between you and a family member. It be unfinished business between you and this person that you beefing with online, and you don't even know who the fuck this person is, and you like, I don't even know you. But y'all, it's like, how can I explain this when it comes to like reincarnation and ancestral work and spirits in general? Everybody doesn't go to heaven and hell, right? Some of them stay in between. And those are the spirits that we need to elevate. We need to bring them, I don't want to say mindset, right? But we need to bring their energy higher so that they can go where they need to go. And then they can reincarnate, okay? And then they can live in some type of peace. Those are the spirits that we kind of call ghosts, okay? And you may think that you are working with a elevated spirit because that spirit is quote unquote protecting you, or that spirit is giving you some type of abundance, or that spirit, or you know, you keep you a job, you keep you a nice car, but you have a 9 to 5, and if that company goes out of business because whoever owns that company is karmically contracted, or whatever the case is, or your land is being stolen, but you're like, I don't even really care about being in the land. I'm good with paying rent somewhere, right? Or I'm good being in a mortgage for 20, 35, 45 years. Like, these are contracts that we take on. And it's like, where does this end at? You know, where does this end at? And I don't want y'all to get thinking about where does it end at. That's the Scorpio in me that's always thinking about where does this end at? Okay, so let's calm the Scorpio energy down and let's bring the Pisces out. Okay, so this is what we need to do during this time. We need to feed those ancestors. Tell them that, you know, we acknowledge them because in their lifetimes, they weren't acknowledged. They weren't acknowledged. They were in relationships with your grandfathers or your grandmas that, you know, they were getting cheated on. But during that time, it wasn't a time for divorce. They were stuck in a land where they wanted freedom. So they wasn't born in the United States. They could have been born somewhere else where there's a lot of things that's going on around them where they feel helpless. They feel helpless. And because they're born there, you know, I have this life where Let me not talk about my life, okay? I have this energy where when I went to Haiti, I felt like it was, I'm like, damn, this feels very comfortable, right? I feel very comfortable in Haiti. I feel very comfortable in Mexico as well too, right? And I'm thinking about it, and then I really get to thinking about, like, I'm born in the United States. I live in the United States, right? And I think about this sometimes, and I be like, why the hell was I born in the United States when I feel such a call to other locations, right? And Spirit put me here so that I can do the work and find my way back home, where religion is, where it's set. You get what I'm saying? It's absolutely set. Hi, Amazing Grace. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, class in session. Okay. So being born or being raised up in the United States, it is a job that we have to do. We are freedom of speech here, freedom of religion, freedom to work and go. You know, like, there aren't really set rules here. I mean, there's laws that we supposed to follow, right? But you could break those laws every single day, and nobody knows you're breaking those laws until you get caught. Okay? But there's still a consequence, karma. There's still a consequence that you have to pay. Like, in some states, you can buy alcohol 24 hours a day. Okay, I know in Michigan you can buy alcohol all day, all night. You can buy it at the corner store. You can buy it in a in a gas station. You can buy alcohol anywhere. But in Texas, you can't buy alcohol after 9 o'clock. You can't buy it on Sundays. Okay, shit, it's a lot of things you can't do here with alcohol. Okay, I remember when I used to work at the club, right? Now, I was not drunk, but I had got drugged. Okay, I had got drugged, and I instantly felt the drug. Somebody had slipped something into my drink, and I instantly felt it in my face, right? And I immediately got myself out of the club that I was in. I was at a regular nightclub. I wasn't like at the club, like, you know, the dance club or anything like that. I was at a nightclub, okay? And I was in a section with people, and actually what they used to call it Tipsy Tuesday. They would put pills inside of the cranberry juice or the orange juice. And that particular night, I was just drinking cranberry juice, okay? Honest to God, I was drinking cranberry juice. So I took some cranberry juice. I didn't notice. I thought I had got the bottle before they spiked it. I swear, I thought I got the bottle. I was like, let me pour me some cranberry juice right now, because I don't even really want to drink that day. I was going to pretend to be drunk that day. I'm not even playing, so that I can go to work and go home, right? And so somebody slipped something to my drink, and my teeth started chingling, right? And I'm a very aware person, so I'm also a driver, and I don't like to drive drunk. But in Texas, a lot of people drive drunk. Just FYI, a lot of people drive drunk, but I don't like to drive drunk. Okay, it's a lot of ways I don't want to die, and I don't want to die going over one of these motherfucking bridges. It's just what I don't want to do. Never wanted to do that. That's not the way I want to die, because I feel like my car gonna catch on fire. So I don't want to die in a fire. So, I get to my car. So I roll up all my windows, and I'm in a parking spot. I'm in a VIP parking spot. So I'm at the front of the club, right? So I get in my car, and I roll up all the windows, and I put the keys up under the mat of the car. Put the keys up under the mat, and I tell myself, I'm gonna just go to sleep real quick, right? I'm gonna just go to sleep and just sleep this off real quick, right? It's early in the days. I mean, not early in the day, but it's like 10 o'clock. And so the club closed at 2. You know, everybody started moving out at 2. So I'm like, if I sleep between 10 and 2, I'll be able to wake up and drive home, because I really start feeling it. And it makes you feel like you drunk, right? And so I remember this police officer coming to tap on my motherfucking window, right? He tapped on the window, and he was like, hey, are you drunk? You got to move your car. Like, the club is over. And I'm like, I'm not drunk, but I got drugged, and I cannot drive. And he was like, so you're publicly intoxicated. I said, I'm inside my car. My keys are on my mat. He was like, ma'am, step out of the car. I'm like, no, because you're going to try to make me walk a line, and I'm going to wobble over it. I don't have any DUIs, DYs, whatever it is called. Never had one, never want one, right? So I'm like, no, because you're going to try to ticket me. I'm inside my car. I just want to stay here. He was like, ma'am, you have to move your car or you have to get out of the car. And you're publicly intoxicated. I'm like, sir, I just told you I got drugged in the club. So I wasn't really like cool or friends with anybody at this point. I already gave y'all the story of what happened with my dance partner stealing from me. So I really wasn't cool with anybody like in the club. I just go to promote myself, right? And so he's like, ma'am, get out of the car. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get out the car. I don't have my keys on me. My keys ain't in the ignition, so I'm not drunk. Get out the car. The guy put handcuffs on me right away. He was like, you can sleep it off in jail. I'm like, ain't this about a bitch? I'm going to jail. I'm not going to jail to sleep off my speeding tickets. I'm fucking going to jail. So I go to jail. I was like, fuck it, I'm in here. I'm gonna go sleep. Go to sleep. And it was the most weirdest thing in jail because people were there on the weekend. Like, people were saying, like, yeah, I go to jail on the weekend and I get out, you know, Monday through Friday so they can go to work. And I'm like, what type of fucking jail is this? That's the first time I heard of that. But apparently down here in Texas, people go to jail on the weekend. And so when I seen the Monday, listen, this wasn't Tuesday. This was like maybe Friday, Monday, because I was in there all weekend. On Monday morning, I seen the officer. Work release. Okay. I never heard of that. So on Monday, I seen the judge, and he asked me what happened. I said, listen, I never blew inside of the thing. I said, to be honest, I drank cranberry juice at the club, and I got roofied. I said, but I realized that I was. And I have until like 3 o'clock. I didn't have a watch on, but I was like, I have until like 3 o'clock and I need to go get my kids out of school. I said, my babysitter probably been hitting me up. They probably think I'm dead, kidnapped or something. I said, and yeah, I was like, and nobody answered the calls that I made. So I got into 3 o'clock. He was like, so you wasn't drunk? I said, no. I said, y'all can drug test me. It's going to be drugs in my system. I said, but I don't do drugs. I was like, and the guy didn't make me blow in the thing. I said, my keys are also under my mat of my car. I'm sure my car got towed. I got to go pay to get that out, all that stuff, right? So I'm telling y'all all of this because going back to ancestors. We're going back to ancestors because I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs, and I'm not addicted to alcohol. Whenever whenever I'm doing any type of ancestral work, or I know that spirits are close, I don't even put alcohol into my system. I'm not taking no sip of nothing. Like right now, there's something popular going around. I guess it's called cup waters and stuff. Everybody has been like, you got to taste some cup waters. You got to taste some cup waters. I'm like, I'm fasting. They're like, why? Like, what are you fasting on? I was like, I'm fasting with the damn ancestors. I'm eating lighter, okay? If you've been finding yourself eating lighter, not being able to, like, really put heavy meals into your body, is probably because you have a few ancestors that are very much so close to you. Now, on the flip side, if you have some dark spirits around you right now, you may be drawn to alcohol. You may be drawn to drugs. You may be feeling under extreme heaviness, okay? Even if you're not a person that drinks or smokes or anything like that, you may be 911 on the clock. You may be really drawn to a heaviness. There are things that are coming out in your past that you feel like, I really have to break through this. And then also, you can be feeling things from a past life. Okay, you could be feeling things from a past life. A lot of us, we are reincarnated spirits. Our spirit has been here before in this family. Okay, you're feeling some type of animosity coming up through family members. You feel very triggered by whatever I'm saying. whatever the case is, right? It's just, it's the work that has to be done. Now, how do we do this? Y'all, before I just started this reading, I was like, hold on, pause, second. I need to go do something, right? So last night, what I did was I lit a dia. All right. I showed you guys how to do a dia before, but let me show y'all again real fast. All right. So this is a clay pot, right? It's, you can take that out. I also want to let y'all know, like, this is a she shell, right? This is a shell. I think you're supposed to like put smudge and whatever, but I also like incense powders in this as well too. Just a heads up, okay? So this is a little clay pot, all right? The little clay pot. You can get these on Amazon for, I think I bought like 15 of them for maybe $15, all right? So you have some oil, all right? This is the Pam oil. This is actually for my Divine Mother. I'm showing y'all this one, but you can use the Pam. You can use sesame seed oil. Sesame seed oil is in the grocery store. Mustard seed oil removes negative energy. Mustard seed oil, guys. Y'all can use ghee, Ghee, okay? Which is butter. That's also in the grocery store as well too. It's in the same aisle that the Crisco is in. All of these oils are in the same aisle that Crisco is in. All right? Don't use Crisco. I tried. I don't think it's a good, I don't think that's a good idea. I tried vegetable oil. I tried Crisco. I'm really leaning up off of them, okay? I don't think so, okay? But I ain't had nothing else to light for my ancestors and spirits, and I was like, Grandma, you gonna have to get this Crisco, okay? But I don't think y'all should use that because I set my smoke alarm off all the time. So let's not use the Crisco, okay? I don't think grannies really like that, okay? I don't know what the heck my grandma used to be cooking with, but I don't think it was Crisco. I think it's that lard or something like that. That's probably something that you could use, but I don't know, y'all. Listen, I don't know how y'all, my smoke alarm is down right now, but I got it real close to my ancestor altar because I'll be lighting up in here, okay? So, clay pot. You put the oil in there, okay? Y'all see the oil in there? All right. So, I have these wicks right here. Right? I bought 500 for $4 on Amazon, y'all. 500 for $4, okay? I like to, because I get the extra long wicks, I like to, like, you know, do it like this, you know, twirl it up a little bit. All right? I'm going to put it in there. My hands have oil on it, so I just twisted the little knob thing. Let me not do it like that, okay? All right? I'm going to hold that light. It might go out, but guess what? I'm going to relight it. That's it. That's it. And you just let it burn. Okay? You let it burn. So, that's it. That's a dia. If you don't have a dia, I came on here to do an ancestral read. Of course, I'm going to light my white candle. Okay? It doesn't have to be a 7-day candle. It can be a tea light candle. I'm using the 7-day candle because y'all ancestors like to visit. Okay? So y'all can use that. All right. You need a light. You need a light. In order to move darkness into the light, they need to see the light. Like, that's my light. That's my cue. I need to leave baby girl, baby boy alone. Okay. So you need a light. The other thing that you're going to do is, now, light is necessary. All right, take a screenshot. All this came off of Amazon. All of it came off of Amazon. What does that say? Black sesame seeds. It came off of Amazon. You see him? He ready to eat. All right, that's your ancestors ready to eat. Ready to eat black sesame seeds, okay? This isn't every last single religion. They don't tell y'all about it in Christianity, but it's there. It's in the Bible. All right? It's in the Bible. They call it another name. All right? But it's in the Bible, y'all. Okay? This isn't every last single religion. Black sesame seeds are going to feed your ancestors. It's gonna get up out of here. I know y'all heard about the black crows. They love black sesame seeds. Okay. Now, water. This is the water that is y'all be seeing me drink this water. Okay. This is the water that's in on my ancestor altar. I don't know where the top rolled to, but obviously, you know, it had the air out. Okay. This is the water that I'm using. It's probably on under the altar somewhere, but I'm not about to move the table because I'm probably gonna knock everything down. So this is the water that I'm using. Y'all get y'all some water. It's simple. All right. You need a bowl, right? If you're going to do this inside, you need a bowl. If you're going to do it outside, you don't need a bowl. Hand. All right. We doing it. Hand. Thank you so much to my ancestors. This is for my mother line. Thank you so much to my ancestors. This is for my father line. Thank you so much to my ancestors. This is for my known and unknown ancestors. 3 times. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, I have a deceased son who's my spirit guide. I also pour out water for him separately so that he continues to guide me. All right. You can say your ancestors by name. This is for my mother, such and such, such and such, and her 4 mothers, okay? This is for my father, such and such, such and such, and his 4 fathers, okay? This is for my ancestors, such and such, such and such, known and unknown. Make sure you say the unknown ones because those are the ones that really have attached. We got 10 generations that's creeping up behind us, okay? When y'all seeing those faces and stuff and those pictures and everything, those are ancestors that are creeping up. You might not know their name, you might not know their birthday, but you're like, I feel somebody watching me. I feel them close to me. That's them, okay? You feeling any type of disconnect from your work. You don't want to, these are curses. They called doshas in our birth chart, okay? There are certain placements that activate these, okay? We have 5 major debts that we have to clear. 5 major debts. I'm not saying these in order, but listen to me when I say them, okay? We got debts to the God, karmic debts to the gods, okay? We owe God something, right? We owe the God something. We asked for something, we told them we would do something, and we didn't follow through it when they blessed us with something. We told them we'll always be devoted. Then boom, we was born in the United States, and we so far from religion. We so far from religion. But in our very first birth, we were Brahmins. Our very first birth, we were priests. We were gurus. We were all of this. We were devoted. We would know how to pray. We would know how to go and ask and receive. We know how to share, love, give. It was equal give and take. Then you got born again and you was like, I'm a baller. I'm a high priestess. I ain't got to do none of that. I'm going to curse your ass to the motherfucking gods. And I'm not going to blink twice doing it. Or you like, shit, I'm a CEO of a company. I'll fire all you motherfuckers and hire somebody else. You never know. You get what I'm saying? So we owe the gods, okay? Second one is we owe the ancestors. The ones that did it before us because we are them. We're walking in their footsteps, okay? We owe our gurus and our teachers, all right? Because they're the ones that raised us up. And at some point, we stopped listening to them, all right? I got bad students right now. I give y'all advice and y'all don't listen, all right? I've been a bad student too, all right? Then you have debts to the society, all right? You've been bad politicians somewhere. You so far from politicians right now, you can't stand politicians. Y'all don't even care about y'all president, okay? So that you might owe society. You might have been Malcolm X that got assassinated. What year was you born? Okay? You might have been a spirit that was working side by side with, ooh, my ears just started ringing, Martin Luther King or whomever or whatever the case is. You might have been a radical. You might have been, I don't know, back there with Abraham Lincoln or whoever the fuck. Who knows? Politicians, okay? Politicians is separated from religion. Y'all, politicians is separated from religion. I know we like to join them together, but when you owe society, let's say that you had stock. You was the big CEO person of a company and you stole somebody's whole land. You owe that land. You never know where your placement is. Y'all got ties to Native Americans? All right. Now, the fifth debt is the animals. Those people that eat too much meat. Y'all eat too much meat. Y'all don't pray for the animals. Y'all out here slaughtering and all that stuff. I'm not judging y'all, but some people owe the animals. Some people is out here really torturing animals for real, okay? Like for real. I know y'all seen them little crazy ass movies and shit. They get that shit from somewhere. Even watching movies like that, there's something that's triggering in you from a past life where you used to slaughter and you like, damn, that shit is wild. But you're not turning away from it. I just had a conversation with this girl and she was like, I don't have no problem watching no chicken getting their head snapped. I was like, you crazy as fuck. I'm not watching nothing that breathes get their head snapped. I'm not. I even have this, y'all, I be late all the time to work. And I be late because I'm not fucking with the meat for real. I'm not fucking with the meat. My kitchen partner can do that. They can say whatever the fuck they want. They can do that. Okay? So anywho, so we have 5 debts that we need to clear. And this right here is going to help us clear it. I'm only telling y'all to do it. If you want something to open up, I'm only telling y'all to do it. Don't start nothing crazy during this time. I was feeling a little pressure to release some things online that it's just not time. Astrologically, it's not time. It's an eclipse. The eclipse is also on the 21st. So that's when the portal closes up, right? And it's a solar eclipse that's happening in Virgo, which happened to be the mother sign, right? So this right here is telling you, if you want to get back closer to the divine in a way that you feel called, but you know that there's something missing. Hello. Thank you, Miss Lori. Make sure you watch this live back if you missed it. It's not gonna be too much longer. I gotta go work. But make sure you watch this live back, Lori. So if you feel very, very 44 when I came in, okay? So if you feel very called to do something, but there is something that pulls you away, that's your ancestors, okay? Some of our ancestors lacked devotion. Some of them lacked, they just lacked. And they didn't get acknowledged. They didn't feel acknowledged by God. They didn't feel acknowledged by their community. They didn't feel acknowledged by their families, by their children, by their loved ones, by their husband, by their wives and stuff like that. If your relationship is turmoil, if you don't have any kids, not you don't want any kids, but you want kids, but you don't have any kids, there's an ancestral attached to you that says, you've already had kids, boo. We already did that. We about to do something different, okay? There's a spirit that wants you to, there's a higher spirit that wants you to move these ancestors into the light, all right? So, y'all, light your dia, all right? All of this is on Amazon. I told y'all, get the oil, all right? I'm going to list the oils in the description. The clay pots. I'm going to put everything. I need to figure out how to make a YouTube store. I mean, not a YouTube store. Yeah, a YouTube store. I guess, like, so that y'all can, like, get the stuff. I'm going to figure that out today. I'll figure that out today, okay? Sesame seeds, because I'm also not a very expensive type of person. You want to use the water that you're drinking. Whatever water you're drinking, that's the water you give your ancestors. Don't go out and be like, oh, I got to get this. I don't know. I have some blessed water, but I'm drinking this water. My ancestors drinking this water, okay? Don't feel obligated to go out and get something elaborate. Like, oh, shit, I'm about to go buy my ancestors a Porsche. That's your cousin. That's your cousin that passed on. He like, shit, I always wanted to get my mama a Porsche. Now you feel obligated to get your auntie something that you don't even have. You like, yeah, when I get rich, I'm going to pay my auntie back. Why are you thinking about your auntie and not your children? All right, so Damn, that just clicked. That just clicked for me. That literally just clicked something in my head. That just clicked. All right, so let's see what the ancestors want us to know about this portal right now. All right, where they're guiding us. I'm gonna keep it very simple because that's just how we're gonna keep it. I don't know why it's the camera facing me. Y'all, that the anti-energy tried to get me off my path this morning. I posted about me having this dream. I had parked in the visitation spot in my apartment complex. I parked in visitation, and I usually park. I got cameras around here, okay? I usually park directly at my camera, but the way my husband had parked and the way this other car had parked, yeah, last night I was forced to go see Demon Slayer, which I'm so happy that I went to go see. Oh my God, I was so happy that I went to see it. But I was forced to see it because obviously my kids aren't old enough to see it, and my kids don't lie. So when they asked how old they was, they're like 15 and 10. I'm like, Virgo. But I stayed in the parking lot because I already knew that it was rated R, and that I kind of felt like Spirit wanted me to see it anyway. I felt like Sakai wanted me to see it. I loved it so bad. Yes, I did too. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. I'm gonna have to talk about it in another live because it was so good. It really brought tears to my eyes. Like, I thought he was gonna regenerate. I was like, because when you have a fighting spirit like that and you just want to be so strong, you think that strong is like being able to be powerful or whatnot. And Spirit has really been laying on my soul. Like, you've already been power. Okay, the next part comes out in 3 years. We're walking out the movie theater and Nas is like, "Mine, why don't you just watch why don't you just watch it?" And what's crazy is, like, Sakai was trying to get me to watch it. I didn't watch it. Sire was trying to get me to watch it. I didn't watch it. Nas is trying to get me to watch it. I didn't watch it. But then one day I was very emotional and I went to Sakai's Netflix and I was like, let me see what he was watching. He was watching Demon Slayer, which is that episode. I think it's season 2, episode 7. That's the last episode that he was watching. I don't know their names, so I can't tell you. But I know the guy with the tattoos from being a thief. That's the part that really touched me. Like his story about how he just, he wanted to take care of his sick dad. He wanted to take care of his sick dad, and then they would beat him up and stuff because he was a thief at the end of the day. All right. And they'll beat him up. Then his dad hung himself and killed himself because he didn't want him to, live a dishonest life. And then, girl, listen, I was very touched by that part. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, it just clicked for me. It clicked. But I had a dream last night. Hold on a second. Let me tell him I'm on live. Okay. So, last night in a dream, well, in real life, when I came home, there were no parking spots. So I had to, yes. He's locked in with the yellow hair in the robe. Yes. And so, it was no parking spot. So I had to park inside my gate. Now, I do not have a parking sticker. I've been living here for 10 years, 11 years now. I don't have a parking sticker because they want me to pay $50. And I'm like, just take it off the account. They like, no, it's a separate thing. So no, I'm not paying for a parking sticker. Okay. I'm not. So I was like, I'm going to park in visitation, right? And so my husband was looking out the window this morning before he went to work. And he was like, where did you park at? And I was like, I parked in visitation inside the gate. So he was like, okay, left me alone. I go back to sleep. He leaves at he leaves late. I'm not going to say what time he leaves, right? So, look, well, I already did it. He leave at a little bit after 2, right? And so at 3:30, 3:40, I'm dreaming this dream. And I go out the back door and it's the morning time and the car has been towed. And I'm like, oh shit, the car being towed. Now y'all know I always tell y'all, don't eat in y'all dreams and don't ride in the cars. I don't care if it's a stranger or somebody you know familiar, don't ride in the car because that's a vehicle. You know, it's a contract. It's we not making contract deals in our dreams. We need to make them in the daytime, right? And so I'm like, oh man, I gotta call my husband or whatever the case is and tell him that the car been towed. So I call him up in my dream and I'm like, babe, the car got towed. He started going off and I'm like, shit, damn, what doing? Just come get me so I can get the car out the tow. Now it's $300 to get the car out the tow in real life. So I'm like, I got the money, just, you know, like come and pick me up. So I see him come into the gate and my consciousness starts coming to, like, you about to get in the car with him? You really about to, I know that's your man, but you about to get in the car with him? You about to get in the car with him in the dream? You trust him? And I'm telling myself, like, yeah, I trust him. That's my nigga. I trust him. That's my husband. I'm about to get in the car with him. Spirit is like, no, you're not. You're not about to get in the car with him. Wake up. I jumped up. Y'all, I was sleepwalking. I jumped up. I grabbed my keys and I went out. I just went out my back door. I got a front door and a back door. I went out my back door and I moved my car to his spot because he had already left. I moved my car to his spot. Y'all should have seen me. I just like, I'm walking in a daze. I come back in my front door. I go and lock the door. I close the thing and I haven't been back to sleep since then. I just was like, that was deep. So I meditated on it. I put this in my community tab too. So the dream, the card, it represents your life path, right? It's your movement, your direction. The toe forces you. So with the toe, right, they would have been taking something from me, which would have cost me something in a dream, but it would have cost me something in real life. These are the forces that was trying to hijack my journey and collect fees, quote unquote fees. And what's crazy, when I told my sister about this dream this morning, she was like, it costs to get your toe out. I said, it costs the same amount as the fucking divorce. Y'all, it costs the same amount as a divorce. To get your car back is $357 and a divorce is $357 in Texas, okay? It costs the same amount as a goddamn divorce. So, this being my home, right? I'm breaking it down as this being my home where my car was being towed from. This is my root. This is where I'm laying my foundation at, right? And so it means that somebody is trying to, they're probing. Y'all, the gate was open. The gate is never open. I don't live in no, my apartment gate is not open. And to open it, we don't even have key cards or anything like that. You either have a tag on your car and when you get close, it opens, or you have to use the app and open it, okay? It ain't no press no button. There's not even a keypad right there, okay? They're like, if you come in to visit somebody, you better have their ass open the gate for you. The gate was open. And it closed behind me because I made sure. I'm like, they trying to set me up, okay? So this is somebody or something probing, all right? My stability and then my groundness, right? So spirit was checking, like, oh, is she grounded or not? Y'all know I be spazzing out sometimes, but I'm not doing that no more because I really been doing my work. I'm not spazzing out no more. No more. Y'all can't get me. All right. So my husband represents, based off of the work that I'm doing, and I know which, you know, divine being he goes towards, which one we go towards or whatnot, as a collective, as a family or whatnot, the groundness, right? He's an Aquarius, and the energy that is represented behind the crown and behind Aquarius energy is Lord Shiva, all right? And so Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, all right? And so by me calling him my protector to intervene, by me calling him my protector to intervene, it's almost as if it triggered divine to say, hey, you want to call him? Like, you know that nigga gonna go off on you. Just as if, you know, spirit, they don't go off, but they be like, are you aware of what you're doing right now? So you want to get into this contract? You want to ride in the car with this person? Like, come on. So Yeah. And then 3:48. That's what time it was. So those are veiling hours. All right. And I was asleep. So the anti-energy, they move around at that energy when we're sleeping, right? But if we are intentionally staying awake to do some type of ritual, whatever the case is, it's not a new moon right now. All right. So they're trying to get me before the new moon because they know that I'm banishing their asses up out of my energy. I'm calling back my destiny. I'm calling back y'all destiny, you know, to y'all, not to me. I'm calling back y'all destiny to y'all. So I'm doing this work. So in order to, I'm helping y'all clear y'all ancestors. Okay. I'm helping y'all figure out which ancestor am I elevating and which ancestor am I venerating. All right. So that's the energy right now. So sometimes ancestors and guides will literally wake you up before the trap can close. All right. So if y'all jumping up out of y'all dreams or whatnot, and you like, hold on a second, instantly clear that. All right. It did trigger something for me to create which I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna meditate with it, but to create a vehicle sigil. All right, so that they can't do anything over our vehicles or anything like that. My vehicle already has seals on it, but not a sigil. Okay, I do have a sigil to keep me. And what's crazy is yesterday I seen 2 accidents. I didn't see 2 accidents, but I was like, damn, it's an accident up ahead. I was GPSing somewhere and I was like, it's an accident up ahead, and it wasn't. Nothing is impossible. Open the unexpected, you will find a way. Look at that. Open the unexpected, you will find a way. Right now, things are really changing. And it can seem like it's scary. It can seem like, okay, this is like super impossible. I don't know how I'm going to be this person or how I'm going to be the person that I was truly called to be, because I've been living this particular life for so long. And I know that, you know, some of y'all are comfortable being in the shadow. But Spirit is saying that you are not a shadow baby. Okay, you're not a shadow baby. We brought you through the shadow, through the darkness first, so that way when you get and touch the light, you can really appreciate it. You're not using, you know, we've been very powerful in past lives where, like I said, some of y'all have been strong politicians, where right now to even get into politics or even make comments on politics, ticking type of shit, you just like, you feel disgusted. Okay, that's coming through the darkness. That's it's just not your job to interact with those things. It's not your job to be arguing back and forth with people. Some of y'all really need to mind y'all business. You feel very chaotic. You feel like you gotta fight the good fight for every fucking body. Mind your business. Mind your business. I don't get into politics. I get out there and vote though. I don't get into politics. I pay attention to the things that are definitely necessary. I look at people's spirit, and that's what you really have to start looking at. You got to stop judging things off of what you see online, what you heard somebody else say, even what they said they goddamn self. Look deep at somebody's soul and their spirit and take your opinion out of it. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much. And that right there. All right, you've been over mountains, hills, motherfucking muddy waters, all of that shit, and you didn't sink. You didn't fall. You tripped a little bit, but you ain't sink and fall. Thank you so much, Spirit. What does the ancestors want us to know about our past? The star in reverse, and it just blew out my dia. I'm gonna light it back. Y'all, the dia went out. Okay, that car flew right over there. They want us to light the past on fire, because that's exactly what just almost happened to that car. Okay, some creativity was blocked, some hope, some inspiration, growth has been blocked. That's the past. That's the past energy. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, some of y'all have Aquarius in the South Node energy. All right, your crown chakra has been blocked. Somebody's ancestor could have been an Aquarius, a mom. Look at that, the Queen of Wands. I said a mom, and a mom came out. All right, somebody's mom could be a Leo, or you could be a Leo. Okay, South Node Aquarius, North Node is Leo. Thank you so much, Divine. So you're not supposed to live in your mother's footsteps. You're actually supposed to live in your own, with your mother guiding you. But you have to move your mother into a peaceful energy, because she's so worried about you, your brothers, your loved ones. She might even be worried about your goddamn daddy. But guess what? It's not your problem. It's not your problem. It's not your problem. It's not your problem. You have your own children. You have your own community. If you don't have children, there are people around you that you look up to, that you feel are your children. There's little bodies around you that look up to you. And they say, auntie. They say, auntie. I just got chills. Thank you so much. You need to reassure yourself that this is the role that you were called to play, not let somebody steal from you. Okay? There's somebody around you that see this. There's somebody around you that see this. The Knight of Wands with the Seven of Swords in reverse. They want to take some type of inheritance from you. This could be a cousin. This could be a brother, a sister. This could be someone that wasn't called on the same path as you. At the end of the day, they can't do the work that you're doing. And that's perfectly okay. Everybody got their own motherfucking job. And your job ain't what their job is. And their job ain't what your job is. Your job ain't even to explain to them that this is what I'm supposed to do in this family. You need to be quiet. The Queen of Wands does not reveal what her job and what her role is. She just sits on her throne. She lets everybody play their own goddamn roles, okay? If the knight want to act like he the big boss of the whole goddamn family, let him be that. Let him be that. He think he got to play boss. He think he got to show up. He got to be loud. He got to be proud. All of that. Let him be that. What you're doing is you're creating a stable foundation. Thank you so much, Divine. Your solar plexus is being activated. Someone has Aquarius in the 12th house, Aquarius moon. If you have Aquarius in the 12th house, you have a Pisces rising. Thank you so much, Divine. What is the future? What does our ancestors want us to know about the future? Look at that. The King of Wands. The King of Wands. All right. This is divine partnership. This is being determined that everything that you set forth, you can actually get it. Stop being scared. Stop living in fear. Fear is what's keeping you stuck. You saying, I don't think I could do this. I don't know if I want to do this. I wasn't called to do that. Da 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 da. All of that is fear. All of that is those ancestors that is attached to you. You have a balanced beam out here. You got the King of Wands upright. You got the Queen of Wands upright. That means that your vision and the leadership role that you was born to play in is set right in front of you. All right. Strong, 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 strong Aries, Leo, Sag here. Strong Aries, Leo, Sag. All right. Thank you so much. You need to be able to see the bigger picture and you need to be bold about what it is that you're doing. All right. All right. What does the future look? What does our ancestors want us to know about September the 21st? What does our ancestors want us to know about September the 21st? Thank you so much, Divine. What does our ancestors want us to know about September the 21st? And beyond. Okay, I got to throw that beyond in there. Thank you so much. Thank you. Look at that. The 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. They told us, they said and beyond. To infinity and beyond, okay? To infinity and beyond. I was just trying to keep it at one day. They like, no, you need to see the bigger picture. We just told you to get into that King of Wands energy, okay? This is a balance of masculine and feminine coming out. And it's coming out in your whole fucking family. I got chills, y'all. I got chills. This right here is the domestic harmony. This is not only coming out in your family. It's coming out in your community. It's coming out in the people that play a role in your life. It's the people that's next to you singing Kumbaya, okay? All right? It's the whole motherfucking jungle. It's the whole jungle. And that's, I really have chills in the back of my head. It's almost like somebody ancestor just slapped me in the back of the head and said, bitch, you are right. You are right. You are right. Ooh, you are right on time with that one. Okay. The answer is yes. Whatever it is, go for it. Yes. Yes. Go for it. Start it after the 21st though. Okay. Let's not start it before that because I know y'all ain't going to do this ritual before that. You got time to purchase all this stuff on Amazon. Thank you so much, Divine. All right, thank you so much. What else do our ancestors want us to know? All right, the 4 of Wands in reverse. What is up with that 4 of Wands in reverse? Don't invest into anything right now. Don't try to say, okay, well, I got to get this going right fucking now because it's not right now. What's the day? I think today is what, the 15th? What's the day? Today the 15th. We're not doing it today. We're not doing this today. Y'all can't wait a week? Y'all can't wait a week? Get your shit together. Get your affairs in order in a week, okay? Ain't nobody going to steal nothing from you in a week. All right, but don't play with your foundation. If it take a week for you to get your shit together, rest up, get ready. Go and buy you some goddamn deals, all right? Don't invest into anything else. There could be somebody around you that wants you to spend some money on something. It's an absolute no. Venus and Aries. Somebody could be calling you, asking you for something, and the answer is no right now. The lack of root, home conflict. There's something that's going to come up in your house where it's going to say, and the people that's calling you and asking you for something, these are the people that really don't support you. Spirit is going to show you that in this week, okay? They're going to show you that. What's up with this Four of Wands in reverse? Look at that. The Eight of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Don't worry. The devil, don't worry. Whatever, this is in the background. You're going to put that devil energy in the background of all of this, all right? Major Arcana in the background. The Ace of Wands and the Eight of Wands, all right? Spirit is saying, don't let anybody trick you out of your destiny, okay? Don't let anybody trick you out of doing this work. I told you how simple it has to be. You don't have to have sesame seeds, but you do need to pour that water out. You do need to light a light for your ancestors, okay? You can't light a light in your house? Shut up. Yes, you can. Go in the bathroom. This thing, this deal right here, this is gonna be done in about 30 minutes. It's gonna be done. You can't sit in silence. Do that outside. Do that outside. Go near some water. Go near some water. Okay, you need to do it at least once. You can't do it on the 21st. Okay, something come up. Something come up on the 21st. Do it on the 20th. Do it on the 20th. All right. The eclipse is happening 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. Okay. The solar eclipse in Virgo. Do it before that. All right. What's this double energy with the Eight of Wands? Okay. Losing momentum. The Page of Wands. Look at that. Weak ass. All right. Weak ass. Don't do an exchange of energy. All right. The Five of Swords in reverse. The Five of Swords in reverse. You feel as if, okay. All right. Weak ass energy. What's this Page of Wands? Page of Wands. It's a lot of, look at that. The King of Pentacles. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn interfering, asking you for some money. Asking you for some money, seeing you as an outlet. Well, as such and such, they get paid on such and such. Somebody getting the check. Somebody getting the check. There's some type of abundance that's coming in. Everything that I just told y'all to get is at the grocery store. Who getting them stamps? All right, who getting them stamps? Save them stamps and go and get this. All right, there's something coming up like, oh, I need to do this. I need to be doing that. All right, what's this up under this King of Pentacles? Seven of Wands. I told y'all it's gonna be an interference that's coming in here. Then the Page of Swords. All right, how we get past all this shit? How the spirit move us past all this? How the ancestors move us past all of this? Nothing is impossible. Open to expectations and find a way. All right, find a way. Stop making excuses. How do we move past all of this besides not making excuses, spirit? Thank you so much. How does the ancestor see us? How does the divine, highest vibrational ancestor seeing us move past this? Somebody ancestors might not even want them to move past this, but we are. The moon in reverse, that's the energy I was getting. They don't want you to move past this. They fear that if they're not attached to you, I'm talking about ancestors. I'm not talking about anti-people out here. I'm talking about ancestors. They feel like as if they're not attached to you, they're not going to be able to get their problem solved. You're the only one that was born into the family to solve these problems for me. Oh, I had a problem with grandma when I was alive, and now I need you to be arguing and fighting with grandma, mama, cousin. Yeah, that's my sister, and I died, and I didn't get to resolve this. So now you feel distance from your mom because your auntie has attached to you. And you're like, oh, I'm going to raise the vibration of my auntie. No, take your auntie off your altar right now. Take your auntie off your altar right now. You're doing this for your mother line, your father line, your known and unknown. Your auntie is somewhere up in there, but you need to elevate it, okay? Take that off your altar right now. We're not venerating them right now. Not venerating them right now. We're elevating them right now. Just write her name on a piece of paper, okay? If you feel called to. But if you feel some type of fear or deception, or she has some type of misunderstanding with your mom or your aunt or your grandma, or whomever, not your mom, your aunt, or grandma. If she has some type of misunderstanding with your mother or your father and you have her on your altar, chill for right now. We need to elevate her spirit because she is in fear that you're not going to solve her problems. She's in fear of that. What's the moon? What's the moon in reverse? No, I'm not asking that. Actually, how does our highest vibration ancestors want us to move past this energy? Besides burn my face off. The Ace of Cups. Come with love. Thank you so much. Do everything out of love. All right, let's read Nothing is Impossible. Nothing is impossible. Sometimes paths appear in the most unexpected places. Barriers that we previously believed were in our way suddenly roll away and assist us on our journey. Obstacles that we thought were stopping us from progressing, creating holy detours that lead us to an unexpected destiny. This is the card in the deck, the one that encourages you to turn your gaze upward and believe in the impossible. Things will likely not turn out the way you thought they would, or even the way you may have hoped. However, in the end, it is possible that they may turn out even better than you could ever imagine. Many faith paths urge us to embrace life changes and trust that if something is for us, it cannot be taken from us. For our destiny, when embraced, is written in stone. If life hasn't been going to plan, fret not, because things are being woven on your behalf. Your path and desires haven't been forgotten. They're just a little different from what you thought. Have faith and trust and open mind and heart. You'll find a way through it. In a day not too distant, y'all, 7 days, you'll see how life has been unfolding for you every step of the way. All right. And it says, I open my mind and heart to unexpected. Everything's working out on my behalf. This is you snatching your life back from your ancestors that don't mean you the highest in vibration here. Okay. When I'm asking about y'all, I got the Queen of Wands and I got the King of Wands and I got the Ten of Cups. When I'm asking about them, I got the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Devil. I asked Spirit how we moving through this. They said new feelings, love, emotional awakens, creativity, and spirituality, and your intuition being elevated. Okay. And that's straight coming from divine. And when I say divine, don't get it twisted. Divine and ancestors are not the same. All right. When y'all hear me call in divine, I'm calling it God. When y'all hear me call in ancestors, I'm calling it ancestors. They're not the same. Okay. They're not the same. All right. I am and I is. I was. And I'm out. Okay, y'all. I got to go to work. I love y'all. That's the most I can give y'all. I'm going to create a store so that y'all can get these ingredients. I'm going to put it down in the description. I'm going to put it on my channel. Y'all go and watch a video or something. I don't know. Watch this video back. Please do something. Please do something. I don't know what else to say. I'm begging y'all. I'm begging y'all. I'm going to know if y'all did something or not based on the ancestors that ride through here. Okay? I'm going to know. All right? So I love y'all. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Amazing Grace and Lori, for always being here and being supportive and being active and showing up and doing y'all work like y'all supposed to. Okay? I love y'all and y'all have a wonderful day on purpose. Okay? See y'all later. 4 minutes to work. Bye, y'all.